There are more kinds of orchids on our planet than there are birds or mammals. They grow in nearly every corner of the world, from steamy jungles to windswept grasslands. But the most fascinating part of an orchid is not just its beauty. It's the secret life of its flower. Orchids are masters of disguise and clever engineers, all for one vital purpose: to reproduce. The world of plants may seem still, but look closer and you'll find drama and intrigue. Orchids are the greatest actors in this silent play. They cannot move to find a mate, so they bring the mate to them. Some orchids look like female insects, so real that a male will try to mate with them. Others create complex traps, luring visitors inside. They use colors, shapes, and scents in a brilliant display of natural engineering. To understand orchids, we must see the world as an insect does. A flower that looks simple to us might be a shining beacon to a bee. Orchids have spent millions of years perfecting these signals. This is not a story of passive beauty, but of clever manipulation. The orchid commands its pollinators to come. We begin our journey into their world of invention. We'll explore how a simple flower becomes a hunter, a mimic, and a master perfumer. This journey reveals the immense creativity of evolution. The struggle for life creates not just strength, but breathtaking beauty and astonishing cleverness. The orchid's secret is a reminder that wonders are hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to look closer. Most flowers offer nectar or pollen as a reward for pollinators. A bee visits, collects food, and spreads pollen, a simple transaction. But orchids often choose a more specialized path. Their pollen is bundled into sticky packets called pollinia. Instead of scattering thousands of grains, the orchid puts all its pollen into 1 or 2 packages. If the pollinia attach to an insect, the orchid's chances of successful pollination soar. This all-or-nothing strategy requires precision. The orchid's central column fuses male and female parts, guiding the insect to the right spot. The flower's shape, the position of the lip, and its scent all work together. The visiting animal is forced to move in a particular way, activating the pollination mechanism. Orchids have developed amazing shapes and tricks for this purpose. Their entire flower is a carefully designed machine for attaching pollen packets. The pollinia must be attached like a tiny backpack, perfectly placed for the next flower. This is why orchids are so diverse in form. Every detail is about precision and efficiency. The orchid is not just a flower, it is a precision instrument. Evolution has shaped it to solve a complex problem. Orchids are living proof of nature's ingenuity. One of the most astonishing orchid strategies is sexual mimicry. Imagine a male bee searching for a mate, only to find a flower that looks and even smells like a female bee. The bee orchid is a master of disguise. Its special petal, the labellum, mimics the female bee's shape, color, and texture. The orchid even releases a scent nearly identical to female bee pheromones. The male bee is completely fooled and tries to mate with the flower. As he does, he triggers the orchid's mechanism, and sticky pollinia are glued to his body. The bee, confused but unharmed, flies away carrying the pollen. He may soon be tricked again by another bee orchid. When he visits a second flower, the pollinia are perfectly placed to connect with its stigma. Pollination is complete, all thanks to a brilliant deception. The orchid offers no reward, only a convincing illusion. This strategy manipulates animal instincts for the plant's survival. The bee remains unaware, but the orchid's evolutionary gamble pays off. Sexual mimicry is one of nature's most elaborate tricks. It shows how plants can manipulate animals in ways we're only beginning to understand. Orchids have turned deception into an art form. Their survival depends on outsmarting their pollinators. In the world of orchids, nothing is quite as it seems. The line between plant and animal behavior blurs in this evolutionary game. Many flowers offer nectar as an honest reward for pollinators. Orchids sometimes follow this rule, producing nectar to attract helpers. But many orchids have found another way: deception. A large number of orchid species produce no nectar at all. Their flowers look inviting but offer nothing. Young, inexperienced bees may visit expecting a reward. In the process, they accidentally pollinate the orchid. These deceptive orchids often grow near nectar-rich flowers, mimicking their look. Insects flying from one flower to another may be fooled. The orchid gets pollinated for free, saving energy. Producing nectar is costly, so trickery is efficient. If insects become too smart, the orchid's strategy fails. But for millions of years, this balance has worked. It's a silent, evolutionary game of wits between flower and insect. Orchids gamble on naivety and mimicry to survive. Deception and discovery are locked in an endless dance. The result is a world where beauty often hides a clever lie. In tropical forests, scent is a powerful tool for orchids. Some produce sweet perfumes that attract bees and butterflies. Others create smells that mimic rotting meat or fungus, targeting specific pollinators. The bulbophyllum orchid, for example, smells like decaying flesh to attract carrion flies. Flies, fooled by the scent, land to lay eggs and pick up pollinia. Stanhopeia orchids use a different strategy, producing complex perfumes for male euglycine bees. These bees collect fragrant oils to create their own unique cologne. The Stanhopeia's scent is irresistible, drawing the bee in. As the bee collects perfume, it slips on the flower's waxy surface. The bee tumbles onto the column where pollinia are attached to its back. The bee gets its perfume and the orchid gets its pollen delivered. Orchids use scent as a precise chemical signal, targeting the right pollinator. Each fragrance is a message crafted over millennia. Perfume is not just for attraction, it's a tool for survival. Orchids are expert chemists, speaking a secret language of scent. Their perfumes shape the behavior of animals across the forest. In the world of orchids, every smell tells a story. Some orchids use traps instead of persuasion. The lady slipper orchid is a perfect example. Its pouch-shaped petal looks inviting, but is a temporary prison for insects. A bee lands, slips inside, and finds the walls too smooth to escape. The orchid provides a single exit, guiding the bee past its column. As the bee squeezes through, it first brushes the stigma, depositing any pollen it carries. Then it passes the anther, picking up new pollinia. The bee emerges, unharmed but now carrying the orchid's pollen. This clever trap ensures cross-pollination and genetic diversity. The bee may soon be fooled again by another lady slipper. Orchids use engineering as well as deception. Their traps are designed for efficiency, not harm. Every detail serves the goal of reproduction. The orchid's trap is a marvel of natural design. It's a brief imprisonment with a lasting impact. Through ingenuity, the orchid ensures its survival. Nature's engineering is on full display in the art of the trap. Orchids don't rely only on insects. Some have evolved to partner with birds and bats. In the Americas, certain orchids attract hummingbirds with bright red or orange tubular flowers. These flowers offer honest rewards, abundant nectar for the bird's high-energy needs. As the hummingbird feeds, pollinia stick to its head or beak, ready for the next flower. At night, bat-pollinated orchids take over. Their pale, robust flowers open in the evening, releasing strong, musky scents. Bats, guided by smell, feed on the nectar and pick up pollinia on their fur. These partnerships are direct and mutually beneficial. Orchids adapt their form and scent to match their pollinators' senses. Whether by day or night, the dance continues. Birds and bats become messengers, carrying the orchid's hopes across the landscape. Orchids thrive by matching their strategies to their pollinators. The result is a world of color by day and scent by night. Orchid tricks and partnerships come with a risk specialization. Some orchids rely on a single pollinator, like the Star of Bethlehem orchid and the Morgan's sphinx moth. The orchid's nectar spur is so long that only this moth can reach it. This ensures efficient pollination, but creates a dangerous dependency. If the moth disappears, the orchid cannot reproduce. Specialization is a gamble. Great success, but great vulnerability. Many of the world's most amazing orchids are also the most endangered. Their survival depends on the health of the entire ecosystem. Protecting an orchid means protecting its pollinator, its habitat, and the web of life around it. Orchids are a symbol of coevolution and fragility. Their stories remind us how interconnected nature truly is. Every orchid is part of a larger network. When we save an orchid, we save a story millions of years in the making. The stakes are high, but the rewards are immense. The world of orchids is a world of endless invention. We've seen them trick bees, lure flies, trap insects, and partner with birds and bats. Each species has its own unique solution to the challenge of reproduction. Orchids are not just beautiful, they are survivors and inventors. Their flowers are stages and pollinators are actors in a play millions of years old. These stories help us see nature with new eyes. The orchid family's diversity is its strength. If one method fails, another may succeed. Orchids have conquered almost every habitat on Earth. They challenge our ideas about what a plant can be. The struggle for survival produces beauty, cleverness, and wonder. Next time you see an orchid, look closely. There's a secret life within its petals. Our planet is full of such wonders if we only take the time to look.